My dear students, please go through this equation. This equation is dissociation of silver chloride into silver cation and chloride anion. Because it is dissociating to some extent, therefore there is a chemical equilibrium between undissociated silver chloride and dissociated silver chloride. Okay, right. But the important feature or the striking point for this chemical reaction is if you add sodium chloride solution to this chemical equilibrium, okay, what happens? See, already this chemical reaction is in chemical equilibrium. Whenever you disturb a chemical equilibrium, it will accept the disturbance, but afterwards it will reset, okay, and goes to the new equilibrium, right? So by adding sodium chloride to this equation, what happens? Already chloride ions are there. And remember, sodium chloride is a strong electrolyte. It dissociates almost completely. That means this is also giving chloride ion and already chloride ions are there in the equilibrium. That means number of chloride ions becomes more. When the number of chloride ions becomes more, what happens? That means you are increasing the concentration of the chloride ion on the RHS. So what happens when you increase the concentration of the whether it is reactant or product when the reaction is in equilibrium, it will shift to the such a direction where it will be consumed. That means by adding sodium chloride, because of increasing the concentration of the chloride ions on the RHS, equilibrium will shift towards the left side. Okay, so these chloride ions will consume Ag ion and forms AgCl. Okay, right. Please see this equation. This is the reaction between acid and the water. Okay, this acid is giving its proton to the water and converts into anion and hydronium ion, because proton is very unstable. So with water it becomes the hydronium ion H3O plus. Now if you add, what happens here? When a strong acid supplies the common ion, okay, H plus or H3O plus, the equilibrium shifts to form more acid, because already H3O ions are there. Now you are adding more H3O ion. Again, same thing happens what we saw in the previous equation. So equilibrium shift towards the left side. Okay, right. Now please see this one. Another example. Okay, this is a reaction between ammonia and the water. Okay, ammonia is a base. H2O acts as an acid. So H2O gives proton, ammonia accepts the proton, becomes ammonium ion and hydroxide ion. To this weak electrolyte which is in equilibrium, if you add a strong electrolyte, ammonium chloride, which completely dissociates into ammonium ion and chloride ion, here ammonium ion becomes more. Okay, what happens when ammonium ion becomes more? Equilibrium shifts towards, or reaction shifts towards the backward direction or the reverse reaction. Okay, when ammonia is dissolved in water, it establishes the following equilibrium. Okay, if ammonium chloride is added to this solution, it being more ionizable, strong electrolyte, so it ionizes to greater extent, and the concentration of a common NH4 ion increases considerably. According to Lee-Chatterley's principle, till now I have not told the principle. Now I am saying the previous two examples and the present example all are going strictly according to the Lee-Chatterley's principle. Okay, so according to Lee-Chatterley's principle, equilibrium of the first shifts to the left. Okay, thus ionization of ammonia suppresses and it becomes more weak base. Actually, ammonia wants to undergo ionization because it is a base, it wants to undergo ionization with water. But because by adding ammonium chloride, its ionization is suppressed, decreased, reduced. Why? Because of the ion which is common. We here we find a special effect. Because of what? Because of the common ion. I think what we are going to discuss today, my dear students, today we are going to discuss one special effect, which is strictly according to the Lee-Chatterley's principle. Okay. So, my dear students, I welcome you all for today's session on common ion effect. Okay. Ion which is common, which is causing an effect, and that is known as what? Common ion effect. What exactly it is? When a compound containing an ion in common with an already dissolved substance, which is a weak electrolyte, is added to an aqueous solution at equilibrium, the equilibrium shifts to the left. That means the ionization of the weak electrolyte is being suppressed by adding common ion to the solution, and this is known as common ion effect. Effect caused by common ion by decreasing the ionization of the weak electrolyte, that is called as what? Common ion effect. Okay, right. Now we will go to this one more small bit, salt hydrolysis. We have seen in the previous session or in the lower classes that a very famous reaction between an acid and a base. When acid and base reacts to give salt and water. When salt water reacts, they give back acid and the base. And that is called as what? That is called as hydrolysis. Hydro water lysis to break. So hydrolysis is what? Breaking using the water is called as hydrolysis. So salt undergoes hydrolysis. That means salt reacts with water. Here it is not soluble. Here salt is not soluble in the water. It is reacting. That's why it is called lysis. Lysis. Lysis is to break, to decompose, to react. Okay. So salt when reacts with water to give back it's from which acid it has come and from which base it has come, and that reaction is known as what? Salt hydrolysis. Okay. Right. So reaction of a salt with water that may change the pH of the water. Why it change the pH of water? Because this reaction depends upon what acid is formed, what a base forms. Okay, so again this depends on what type of salt is formed from which base and which acid. When a strong acid, strong base reacts, both are strong. So the salt is what? Neutral, because the acidic strength is cancelled by the basic strength. So whatever salt is found, it is neutral. By chance, if you go for strong acid with weak base, that time salt found is what? Acidic salt. Why? Strong acid is there, no? Its property flows into the salt. So salt shows some acidic character. Therefore, whatever salt is found, that salt is called what? Acidic salt. Now, if you go for a strong base with weak acid, salt is formed. But what type of salt? Because the base is strong, its property dominates in the salt. Therefore, whatever salt is formed, that salt is called what? Basic salt. So, if the acid is strong, salt formed is acidic salt. If the base is strong, salt formed is basic salt. If both are equal, weak base, weak acid, strong base, if that is the case, both will nullify. Salt is called as what? Neutral salt. So, depend upon the type of an acid and the base, whatever salt is formed, that will change the pH. Okay, that's why it is said that reaction of a salt with water that may change the pH of the water. Okay, right. Now, this is what? Salts of strong acid and strong base. What type of salt? Strong acid, strong base, neutral. Examples: NaCl, KCl, KNO3, NaNO3, Na2SO4, K2SO4. They do not undergo hydrolysis because the acids and the bases furnished by them in aqueous solutions are strong acid and strong bases, which are completely dissociated. Please here, when NaCl reacts with water, gives what? NaOH and HCl. Okay, both are strong. Because both are strong, electrolytes, therefore they dissociate completely. So NaOH dissociates completely into Na plus OH minus. In the same way, HCl also dissociates into H plus Cl minus completely. Okay. Now what happens here? NaCl will be there, but what is the how to know the pH of a solution? pH of a solution is known on the basis of what? OH minus ion or the H plus ion. But here H plus ion, OH minus are in the equal concentration. So when they are in equal concentration, so the pH cancels. Therefore, pH is always neutral. It will show 7. When the pH equal to 7, it is what? It is a neutral. Okay, right. So that's why whenever you react strong acid, strong base, salt formed is neutral salt, and whose pH is exactly equal to 7. It is because of this mechanism undergoes at the molecular level. Now, please here. Second case is what? Hydrolysis of salts of strong acid and weak base. Okay. Examples: ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride is formed from which strong acid? SCl. Which weak base? Ammonium hydroxide. In the same way, ammonium sulfate, copper sulfate, aluminum chloride, calcium nitrate, etc. are examples for what? Example for salts formed because of the combination of strong acid and weak base. Let us see their reaction. First, this is the salt with water undergoes, gives acid and the base. But this acid is strong acid. This is a weak base. Because it's a strong acid, this dissociates completely. Okay. So, see here, NH4, NO3 plus water, NH4OH plus H plus HNO3. Okay. What happens here? NH4 with H2O, right? What happens? This will give H plus here. Okay. Then becomes NH4OH. That means H plus will remain. Why H plus will remain? Because ammonium hydroxide is a weak electrolyte, no? So it will give not those many number of OH ions which are there in the H plus. H plus are more in number. So because H plus ions are more in number, definitely it will show pH equal to less than 7 because H plus is what? It is acidic. So that's why salt formed when strong acid and weak base reacts, their pH is always less than 7. It is because of what? Because of the existence of what? H plus ion. Again, because of what? Complete dissociation of the strong acid. In the same way, this is what? This is hydrolysis of salts of strong base with weak acid. Strong base with weak acid. Okay. Basic character flows. Examples are sodium acetate, sodium carbonate, sodium phosphate, potassium carbonate, etc. are examples for what? Salts of what? Strong base and weak acid. See an example: sodium acetate with water, hydrolysis gives acid and the base. Here it is a weak acid, so it will not dissociate completely. Whereas strong base dissociate completely. That is OH minus dominates in the reaction mixture. Because OH minus dominates in the reaction mixture, so it will show basic character. pH is more than 7. So all depends upon what type of salts are there and how they dissociate. Okay, right. Now, what happens when the salts of weak acid and weak base undergoes hydrolysis? So, weak acid and weak base are neutral once again, pH equal to 7. So, whether it is a strong base, strong acid, weak base, weak acid, so pH is always equal to 7. And their pH is calculated by using a special formula. Okay. So, pH equal to 7 plus half into bracket pKa minus pKb. If these two values are known, then automatically we can calculate the pH of a salt. So derivation is given here, which is the beyond the textbook, which is not the first syllabus. Kindly go through as an extra work. So, but only formula you should practice. So using this formula, we will calculate some numericals. So this formula is used to calculate the pH of salts between weak acid and the weak base. Okay. So I think, my dear friends, today we understood what is meant by common ion effect and a variety of salts. So tomorrow we discuss some other part of chemical equilibrium. I think we are in the last part of the chemical equilibrium. So in 1 or 2 days we will wind up, so that we are going to complete our 11th class syllabus by Wednesday evening. Till then, keep studying. Have a nice time. Thank you one and all, my dear students.